Well, let's return to the day of the International Day of the Girl Child, which is being marked. And for more on this, let's speak to Ibrahim Alubala. He's a technical specialist in child rights and governance advocacy at Save the Children here in Kenya. He's joining us via Skype. Ibrahim, it's been 25 years since the 1995 Beijing conference where pledges were made to empower young women and girls. Do you think these promises have been kept?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on the show. And yeah, I mean, it's been 25 years, but the international community has made what I would term as baby steps in terms of realizing the commitments that were made in 1995. But that was during the fourth conference on women. We need to remember that 10 years earlier, the conference had actually been in Nairobi, and quite a lot of commitments again had been made. And so in 1995, they were just checking against the progress, and it was generally agreed that the progress within those 10 years was not as much. And so they tried again to, have a conversation around having, new areas of concern. And so just to answer your question, yes, a lot has been done, but I think we still need to do much to ensure that the commitments that were made 25 years ago actually realized.
So UNICEF is calling for support for girls, and the International Day of the Girl Child is now being celebrated amidst a pandemic. In a global girlhood report 2020 by Save the Children, the charity also warns that 2020 could be a year of irreversible setbacks and lost progress for girls. Can you tell us more about this?
Yeah, and for a good reason, because like we said, the international community had begun making baby steps. And for us in this region, we had seen a lot of progress in terms of addressing some of the challenges that the girls were facing. And these challenges can be spoken across the board. We are looking at issues of early marriages, for example. We had made some remarkable progress in the sense of having policies and legal frameworks that guarantee that girls will not be married before they attain the age of 18. We had now begun building a consensus as a region that it's important to have girls going to school and being afforded equal opportunities. If you look at our constitution, for example, we had gotten to a place where we were already having a discussion around the 2/3 gender rule, and so quite a lot had been made. But with the advent of COVID-19, I think that there are a lot of gains that could be reversed. We have seen children being out of school, at least in this country, since mid-March. And for the last 6 or so months, we have seen quite a lot of a spike in terms of violence against children cases, particularly on sexual violence. Some are actually resulting to, some resulting to teenage pregnancies and ultimately, marriages. So it's true, according to our report, 2020 could actually be a year where a lot of gains that we have made as an international community could be reversed. But right. If you look at the report further, there is an attempt to actually, call to action. There's a call to action to countries that they ought to take issues around, girls very seriously, ensure that they have meaningful participation on matters that affect them.
I want to come on to that point that you've mentioned, Ibrahim, the point of early marriages for the girl child. That has been, a point of concern for rights agencies for years now. On that issue of child marriages, even before the pandemic, very few countries were on track to reach the Sustainable Development Goal of ending such marital unions by 2030. Given the impact of the pandemic, should such goals be now revised?
I don't think as an international community we need to reverse the goals, because we had set ourselves the year 2030 as a year in which we need to actually end child marriages. And maybe just to highlight to our viewers, the goal that we are talking about is goal number 5, which is around gender equality generally. But within that goal on gender equality, we have target 5.3, which talks about eliminating harmful practices such as child and early marriages, such as female genital mutilation, and so forth and so on. So
all right.
I don't think we need to shift goalposts just because we've had a setback. I think we need to re-engineer our efforts to ensure that we actually hit the target in the next 5 years.
Ibrahim Alubala, a technical specialist, joining us there via Zoom from Nairobi. Thank you.